This is a story about a man called Moses ben Maimon. He had to face a very difficult enemy, and he found a very interesting way to solve a very difficult problem. When Moses ben Maimon arrived in Egypt, he was called to the palace of the Sultan al-Fadil. He found the grand court filled with the best doctors in the land. The Sultan entered and announced, "I have called you all here because I want a new doctor. Whoever I choose will have great wealth and power." Now, Moses ben Maimon, he didn't really care for either wealth or power, but he thought, if I become the Sultan's doctor, I'll be able to help myself and all my people. The Sultan tested all the doctors with difficult questions until there were only two left, Ben Maimon and Khamun. Khamun said, "Great Sultan, I am a better doctor than Maimon. I can cure the blind." "No one can do that," said Maimon. Khamun laughed scornfully and called for a man who stumbled into the room with blank eyes. Khamun covered the man's eyes with a secret ointment. He mumbled strange words, and then he washed the ointment off, and the man blinked and stared at everything as if he was amazed. "Behold," said Khamun, "I have cured the blind." Now, Ben Maimon, he suspected trickery. "How long were you blind?" he asked the man. "Since birth," said the man. "Well, what do I hold in my hand?" asked Ben Maimon. "Oh," said the man, "it's a scarf." "Well, what color is it?" asked Maimon. "Oh, it's red," said the man. "You are correct," said Maimon. "But you have not revealed the truth." And Maimon explained, "This man claims that he was blind since birth. If that were true, he would not know the names of any colors. He could not really say that this scarf was red." "You are right, Maimon," said the Sultan. "The man was not blind." Khamun fell upon his knees before the Sultan. "I was not trying to trick you. The man lied to me as well. Oh, great Sultan, give me another chance." "Why should I?" asked the Sultan. Khamun smiled slyly. "You have many enemies, oh great Sultan. You need protection from assassins, especially from poisoners," said Khamun, "and I know more than Maimon knows about poisons and their antidotes." "Prove it," said the Sultan. Khamun said, "Let Maimon and me poison each other. The one who survives is the winner." "I am a doctor and not a killer," said Ben Maimon. "I will defend myself, but I will not take a life, not even Khamun's." The Sultan raised his hand for silence and announced, "The two of you shall remain in the palace, and you shall sleep in the same room, and eat at the same table, and use whatever poisons you wish. However, the one who survives will be the winner." Day after day, Maimon and Khamun watched each other very carefully, never knowing when the other might slip something deadly into food or drink, or onto a pillow, or onto a brush. Khamun found many a way to try and poison Ben Maimon. He put a drop of a certain poison on Maimon's shirt so it would penetrate right into his skin. He scattered poisonous dust on Maimon's pillow so that he would breathe it in while he slept. However, Maimon identified every poison, and he always found the antidote. Khamun was amazed that Maimon surprised everything by surviving all his powerful poisons. he began to really worry about what poisons Ben Maimon was using against him. Day after day, his fear increased. Camoon avoided food and drink. He hardly slept or changed his clothes. He wouldn't touch anything. He wouldn't even breathe deeply, and finally he had to drink something. Well, he saw Ben Maimon pouring himself a glass of milk, and he thought, his drink must be safe. So he grabbed it out of Ben Maimon's hand and gulped it down. "Aha! Aha!" said Ben Maimon with a very knowing look. "I knew the time would come," he said to Camoon. "You had to drink something." Camoon turned deathly pale and screamed, "You've tricked me! You wanted me to drink that milk! It's poisoned!" Camoon felt that his throat tightened, his hands trembled, and he grew dizzy. He rushed out, desperately trying to guess the kind of poison he had swallowed. He couldn't detect any unusual taste or smell. He tried every antidote he knew, risking more and more dangerous cures, and in the morning, the guards found Camoon lying cold and still on the white marble floor of the courtyard. The Sultan called for Ben Maimon. Ben Maimon examined Camoon and announced, "O great Sultan, his heart has stopped." "You shall be my doctor," said the Sultan, "but tell me, O Ben Maimon, what poison did you use on Camoon?" "Poison? Oh, no, said Ben Maimon. "I did not use any poison. I am a doctor. I save lives. I do not take them." "If there was no poison in that milk," asked the Sultan, "then how, in fact, did Camoon die?" "Oh," said Ben Maimon, "he tortured himself with worry. He made himself sick with dangerous cures. The stress of his fear was too much, and his heart collapsed," said Maimon. "Are you telling me that Camoon killed himself?" the Sultan asked. And Ben Maimon answered, "Camoon's fear destroyed him. For fear, in fact, fear is the worst of all possible poisons." Thanks for listening. It's a great story.